quiet. Yo. Welcome to the 317 Sports Project with Penn Pops. I am Penn.
I'm Pops.
What the hell is going down, y'all? That was a quick Pops right there. I like how you did that.
I had to pop it.
I'm Pops.
I'm Pops. Pop it.
Welcome to the show, y'all. May 2nd, 2023. The title is what?
It's gonna be May.
I wasn't doing that. Well done, Pops. Yeah. This episode is dropping May 5th at 10 a.m. on all the places you podcast. You know, the Spotifys, the Apples, and the YouTubes and more. But we're back with your favorite sports and news talk show, baby. Dropping on Cinco de Mayo, which...
Cinco de Mayo.
All of a sudden made me realize that I'm probably going to have a
Cinco de Mayo.
A margarita. On Friday.
Yay. The restaurants will be busy on Cinco de Mayo. A lot of gringos celebrating, and they don't really even understand what Cinco de Mayo is.
And the congregation said, well played, my ninja.
Kind of like St. Patrick's Day.
That was, ooh. It's not even your holiday. What are you guys even really fucking doing? Let's just be honest. But what a weekend/week it has been in the sports industry, brother.
Yeah, a lot going on.
There's been a lot of crazy shit going on. Yeah. Jimmy Butler and the Heat stunned the number one Bucks. I was into that series.
I was into that series.
Feel me? So when you think about it, you've been into it more than you think you have, bro.
I was more into it because the Heat won against who did they just beat?
The New York Knicks.
Is that who they played?
They just beat. They played Milwaukee and beat them in 5, and now they're playing the Knicks.
That's what I meant. Right, they beat Milwaukee, so I'm like now really invested in the Heat again because Jimmy Butler's just like a bad man.
We'll fill you in. Before the show started, when we were talking before we clicked record, Pops asked me if I'm invested in the NBA playoffs, and I said hell to the yeah. His argument was that he's not really invested, but as we sit here and talk about all the series,
I'm more invested than I actually said I am.
Thank you.
So,
thank you. He's like, no, I'm really into that series. That's like basically those 6 of the 8 you're really invested in. Yeah. I feel like you're into
there are only 2 series that I did not like. That's it.
Okay, so you're in. Okay. Jimmy Butler and the Heat stunned the number one Bucks, as we said. LeBron's out here telling folks if he's fighting with a grizzly bear in the forest to protect the bear, or whatever it is, via Instagram. The Florida Panthers, low hockey, came back from 3-1 down to upset the Boston Bruins. It's kind of shitty going on for Boston right now. They also got beat yesterday.
Yeah.
The Bruins actually won the most games and scored the most points in NHL history, so that was a humongous upset. We're talking hockey, bro. You see us out here talking hockey? We're expanding.
You know what? We dip our toes in a little bit of everything.
That's definitively growth right there. That's definitively growth. Look at us. Look at us. The babyface assassin, Steph Curry, busted for 50 versus Sacktown to close out Game 7, the most points in the Game 7 ever. And then James Harden out here just doing back in the day throwback James Harden shit, making me apologize on Twitter, busting for 45. And then the NFL draft was absolutely fire. The Colts League low-key balled the freak out. I'm ready to go, bro. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. It was a good week.
Just a little recap of what the hell has been going down in sports.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything?
No, I think we're good.
We covered it, right?
Yeah, that's the show. Thanks, guys.
See you in 2 weeks. Fuck yourselves. That was done. That was well done. Mic checks. What's popping, bro?
Yeah, a lot going on. Some of it I can't talk about on camera.
I like that about you.
Yeah.
I like that about you.
And literally not allowed.
Like legally not allowed.
So feel free to DM me if you want to ask what that is.
Shit's real.
So can't do that. Had some family in town this past weekend. Super tired. Shout out to Amy and Pearl. Thank you for coming to visit. Y'all aren't watching this, but I appreciate you anyway.
They might.
They're not watching this.
Okay, maybe we can just send them like the edited. This is a little clip right here.
Yeah, love you, Amy and Pearl.
We're gonna send you that. We're gonna send you that clip from Buzzsprout.
So yeah, there you go.
Right?
So that's that. Had that. A lot of zoo. Went to the zoo. Went to Kosai. I was a little tired.
A lot of walking. That sounds like a lot of walking. Mr. Walker.
Yeah, that's really about it.
That's it? That's all you got?
That's all I got.
All right. I'm doing pretty well. Like, I tell people all day, every day, I'm out here living on the cloud, and I am very blessed. Was kicked it with some friends and family. Had a adult slumber party on Saturday. That was a super dope time. Shout outs to my fam on that one. But I do want to give a shout out to my girl, Kenzie Camphor. passed away on Friday of skin cancer after fighting and battling for years and years. It's been a very emotional weekend for me. That was my dog. Worked together back in the Lifetime days, and she is very much like me, a July birthday, so that says it all. That's my girl. I love you so much, Kins. Thank you so much for everything you did in my life. I could call you and ask you for advice anytime. And I saw somebody said that real good friends are like stars. You may not see them all the time, but you know they're there. And I think that is absolutely fire.
Yeah. I talk about that a lot too, especially with like Nick and Jordan. And it's like, I mean, I didn't talk to Nick for years, and it's like when we got back together, it was like no time had passed. And it's like, it is like the true friends, not those acquaintances and Facebook people that you be talking to. Those true friends are always there, and it just kind of takes that one moment to kind of just rekindle. So yes, shout out to her. Much love to the family.
Much love, Zeno. Show summary. What we got, bro?
Colts Draft edition. Around the world is that. We're going to go through draft grade, how we be feeling, Colts fans, draftees. We'll discuss upcoming season as a whole, AFC South Conference, how long will it take for us to win it, free agency moves, Naptown news, fine print, Indies looking bright, NBA playoffs looking tight.
Bro time, go time, showtime.
Yeah.
Clinkies. Shoutouts. I'm going to start off real quick. Shoutouts to the general managers of the Indianapolis sports franchises. Lynn Dunn of the Indiana Fever, Kevin Pritchard of the Indiana Pacers, and Chris Ballard of the Indianapolis Colts. Like you just said, the city of Indianapolis seems to be on the uprise, and I got to give a shout out to these three GMs because they are doing damn good jobs right now.
They're doing well.
They're doing damn good jobs.
You're doing good. You're doing real good.
Big ups to Colts fans. I must admit that this is the most harmonious we have seen Twitter be and Colts fan base be in a long freaking time. And, you know, some wanted Levi's. Can't call him Will Levis. I'm sorry. That's Levi's to me. Some wanted Levi's. And no one was saying crazy things about Richardson. Most people seemed optimistically open to giving him a shot. People were expressing themselves respectfully and full of dignity this weekend. Feedback has been clear. So salute to you, Coach Twitter. Like, we're going to clap it up for you. I'm not going to push a button because I know it'll be the wrong button. So we'll make sure we edit that in there, however we do that. But salute to you, Coach Twitter. Now, let's do me a favor. Let's try to remember that these kids are 20 to 23 years old.
Yeah.
So when they make some mistakes, when they drop a pass or two, when they don't read the right read, when they give up a deep pass over the top, whatever the case may be, let's remember that these are children.
And don't send them death threats. Let's not remember the Titans.
That was very, very, very well said.
Don't send them
no death threats.
Yeah, because the people that would do that are out there and you're listening, so don't do that. That's dumb and you're stupid.
My ninja, say less. Lastly, big ups to the homie Jay Robbins, writer for the Blue Stable. He hit us up and gave us that phonetically correct way to say Ade Tomiwa Ade Bare. I'm going to work on that because I have it phonetically spelled correctly here with the A's and the days and the Tamiwa. So Adi Tamiwa.
Attaboy.
Right?
Attaboy.
Adi Tamiwa. So big ups to you, Jay Robbins. I'm going to work on that. I promise by the end of the year, I will be able to say his name all the way. But I got Adi Tamiwa for now.
It's the flow into the last name.
It is,
bro. It
has
nothing to do with how to do either one.
No,
I can do both.
They're very similar names.
It's like he's got two first names.
It's like Phil Phillips.
Yeah.
Philip Phillips, but more difficult to say that.
Does great music. Phil Phillips does great music.
So anyway, we'll get it. Big shouts to you, Jay Robbins. But I am super pumped for this episode, bro. I feel like we got a buzz going on, both literally in the city and starting to with this bullet right here. Just kidding. And on the show, we've been rocking out lately. So let's keep this up, man. We've had a good energy, good vibes the last few. Let's just keep freaking rocking out.
Love that.
Around the world, you want to take a break or go into Around the World? What you want to do? What you want to do? It's going to be a long ass Around the World.
Let's do a quick break.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, do a little minor adjustment or two, and we'll be right back with the 317 Sports Project. We're going to give you Around the World. It's Indianapolis Coast time, y'all. Let's get it.
brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a heart.
We are back with the 317 Sports Project with Penn Pops. I'm not going to repeat what just went down, but if y'all could only hear the shit that goes down.
I don't know. I think that should be our welcome back thing.
You think
I think
so?
we should record that.
What I say, and we back, and we black, and we both. That's a fact.
I think that's it.
Money in the bank, baby. Starting off this next segment, Around the World. It's about to be a lot of Indianapolis Colts, y'all, so buckle up. Here we go. Kick it off, Pops.
What are we doing?
Huh? And we're back. And we're black.
No, I'll let you go first. So what we're going to talk about.
You the one
first.
I did it.
This. I did it. You're right. Draft grade. We're going to go through first. We're going to do that. What do we call that one?
Ballard's Ballad. You named it.
Oh, but I also didn't label the wing.
Yes, we did.
Did I?
Yes, we did. Wing shot. Fan base feels.
Corner. This is the other corner.
This is the corner. Exactly.
I just named it draft grade.
Exactly. Instead of corner shot.
Okay.
From the corner
shot.
Welcome back.
Ballard's Ballad. So, wanted to kind of talk about how we felt and give our grades on how Ballard did. I actually would love for you to go first because I've got some stuff.
I'll name that for you. There you go.
That really threw me off.
I can tell.
That really threw me off.
You looked mad confused.
I was so
Now we know we cannot have corner and wing on top of the key no more because you looked horribly confused.
I couldn't do it.
Ballard's grade. All right. Before we get into this, let's just talk about like how we did. I give him an A-, but for me, it's not just for the draft.
Okay.
The draft was fire.
Okay.
But let's face it, y'all. His back was up against the wall. Ballard has been facing a lot of scrutiny. Fans are at his throat. They don't believe in him. He has a lot of proving to do this offseason. He really, really has. They retain Gus Bradley, which for me is a jackpot. They hire Shane Steichen, which looks like it could possibly be the jackpot. He's actually showed some vulnerableness, some humility.
Oh.
What'd you say?
Nothing. Something just popped up on my Twitter. Wasn't expecting.
You see a titty? You see a Twitter? You see a Twitter titty?
You saw
a Twitter titty.
I wasn't ready for that.
But Ballard is taking the brunt for the part of the shit that he started with the fuck wagon that was the Indianapolis Colts the last few years.
Yeah.
To me, that's jackpot. He's shown that he really wants to be part of this program. And on paper, he crushed his freaking draft. And we'll get into it. But for me, overall, the last 6 months, I give Chris Ballard an A-.
Okay. I'll say this.
3 months, 4 months.
Okay.
My bad. 6 months is still football season. 4 months.
I'm going to give a B+, A-.
Fair.
And again, I give the B+ with I got to see what's going to happen in the rest of the offseason. But trust me, I want to give an A+ to the performance that he did with finding some of these draft picks and really the luck that we had that some of these guys fell to us. Drafted for need, went out and did the right thing and grabbed the quarterback instead of like kind of playing with a little bit to like hope that we could maybe trade back and play that game.
No,
and
we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
You went out and got the highest potential of a guy, and we'll talk about the things that we've seen since he's been drafted in the interviews and the leadership, all of that stuff.
Legend.
Great. I was actually blown away that the next couple picks, and we'll talk about it, that you went defense and in like the right areas. And like it was a beautiful, beautiful masterpiece of finding the talent where you did. I don't have really like any of the, could we have waited to get this one down the road? I don't really have any of those. Of course, you can always play that like he might have been available the next pick or this, but like, you know what? I don't really have that for any of these picks. I think we grabbed them all at the right places. That sounded weird. And beautiful, beautiful performance. I'm going to give that B+, A-. We'll see what's going to happen in the offseason. Culture, like we've talked about, the shift is happening and is continuing to shift towards the right place. That ship is steering towards a better culture. It's great seeing the videos of Shane Steichen talking to the players, and here's what he's demanding of everybody. It's great to see
accepting it.
And accepting it.
Receiving it.
Camaraderie during the draft. You're seeing it was hard. because I couldn't even say hard right. So it's hard. It's like it turned Irish. I'll tell you, it was hard. It was hard. So yeah, I'll give it B+, A-. And the greatest thing about that is seeing all of the different sports, whatever, the Bleacher, what do you call those?
The Bleacher Report.
The Bleacher Reports, the Fox News, PFF, the ESPNs, all of those sports shows, sports, whatever, all give us the same between B+ and A+, depending on where you're going. PFF gave us an A+. Fox Sports was the lowest one, and a B or B-, I think is what it was.
But no one cares about Fox Sports.
It's Fox Sports. So, but I think ESPN gave us an A.
They give Skip Bayless his own show.
Exactly. So I think everyone really looks like, I think ESPN ranked 5 teams in the A to A+ range: Colts, Cardinals, Giants. Cannot remember the other ones. Eagles, the other one.
For sure.
So to be up there, great job.
No, that was very well said. From the wing, brother. From the wing. Fan base feels, we're calling this segment.
Yep.
What you think?
I think we kind of touched on that in the start of the show, right? I think it feels very positive.
But it also felt very positive when we had Matt Ryan going into training camp last year.
Right.
I was at training camp. He was high-fiving and hugging and shit.
Yeah.
We about to go and win 13 games.
I like seeing after a draft, though, where you can have so many differences of opinions. Everyone feels pretty damn decent about the draft.
Snarf, my ninja.
I think that's rare in a draft because everyone has their own idea of what team needs are in this. I think everyone was pretty much on the same place as where the holes were in the cheese.
No doubt.
Right? So it was very Swiss. It was a lot of holes in that thing. So, I got a dad joke for you, by the way.
It's the stupidest shit I've heard all day. The holes were in the cheese.
In the cheese.
That was the stupidest puro. That's why we call him POPS.
Hey, you ready? You got a dad joke?
You gonna do it right now? Are we gonna do it right now?
What does a robot do after sex?
What, Pops?
He nuts and bolts. I heard that today, and I cracked up.
Henning told me that joke.
Henning told me that joke.
What movie is that from? Anybody out there that knows, comment in the section. Keith Henning told me that joke. Oh my God, he nuts and bolts. That is high freaking hilarious. I can't even front. Back to the draft. Richardson over Levis has been a pretty positive feel. Has had a positive feel to it.
Yeah, I think
he nuts and bolts.
I think it's it was.
That is so ignorant.
I think everyone saw the video of Penn shooting me while Richardson got drafted, and my reaction to that, I did not want Levis.
I think that you actually said, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. Absolutely fuck that guy. So I did not want him. And the fact that he didn't go into the second round kind of tells you we all kind of felt the same.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So that felt really, really great. So very positive about Richardson. Haven't seen too many racist things about having a black quarterback.
I haven't seen too many racist things either. That's we've been checking. We've been
Trust
checking.
me, I've been looking.
I can't even act like I have not been checking.
Yeah, so
I've been checking.
that's pretty
Thank you
nice
for
as
not
well.
in-bombing on Twitter, people.
Yes.
We really appreciate that. AFC South.
So damn competitive in the next 3 to 5 years. CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, Will Levis ended up going to the Titans in the second round.
Sunshine.
And then Sunshine. What the hell's his name?
Trevor Lawrence.
I'm never going to remember that for some reason.
It's okay.
Sunshine. So the fact that those 4 young quarterbacks are helping restart franchises. Is this picture time? Hey, did you hear that joke? Yeah, that was a good joke.
Oh my God, that shit is so stupid.
So the fact that we've got those 4 quarterbacks in there, it's going to be an interesting next 3 to 5 years on who jockeys for position there. Right now, it's Jaguars to lose.
Facts.
They just have a great with Doug Peterson at the helm there.
Facts. They'll win 11 or 12 next year.
They're good. They're the kings of the castle. Did they
win it? They won the conference, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
They made the playoffs.
They sure did. All right. So it's top of the key time.
This will be the meat and potatoes.
So do we go half and then break?
Let's do half and break.
Is it too early for a break again?
I think it's a little early.
I concur. I concur. How long we had? Half an hour?
It would have been 2 10-minute things.
Can't do that.
That's
weird.
That's a lot of things.
That's too many.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So let's go about halfway.
Top of the key.
Yep.
Draftees. There's probably about 11 of them that we got.
I think, did we do 10 picks? So we'll go through 5 and 5?
I think we did. There's probably like 12 picks, bro.
I think you're right.
There's a lot of picks.
So we'll go 5 and
My
then we'll go there.
We'll see after that, depending upon how long it takes.
The last few.
Everybody matters, but there's levels to the matterification.
Levels.
Snarf.
Right.
I see where you're going there.
Yeah.
Kick it off. 4th pick.
Anthony Richardson. We know we've talked about him for a while now. 6'4", 245 pounds. Big dude.
Jesus, Lord have mercy. It's a linebacker.
Right. Colts are saying that they knew since February that if Richardson fell to them, he would be their guy.
You believe that? You believe that?
I don't know.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that should be having a slant. You say that after you draft him, but did you really? Come on.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, there's rumors of the phone calls, and in February that he said if they're not there now. They did say also, if they would not have gotten Richardson, they would have gotten Levis. If Richardson would have gone before them, Levis was their next person. They did say that. Man. So, right. So, basically, if Frank or the Texans would have grabbed Richardson, that they would have gone Will Levis instead of C.J. Stroud.
Oh, my God, this would be a total different show.
Whole different show. We might not have had a show. We might have gone ahead and ended on season 2. That might have happened.
Because I don't want to talk about that dude for the next 5 to 10 years of my life.
A year.
For sure.
We'll see you in 2024.
For sure. After he does shitty, for sure.
Yeah. So I didn't put a lot of stuff with that. We all know what we got. Anthony Richardson. I'm not even going to go into that.
Let's keep it going.
44th pick.
This is when it gets good.
Trade with Las Vegas, Atlanta, all kinds of stuff. So this was a trade back. We originally had the 35th pick. Then we went to the 38th pick. Then we went to the 44th pick.
But we got extra picks within trading back, right? Now, okay, got.
So we got Julius Brents, CB out of Kansas State, hometown guy, 6'3", 200 pounds. So a little bit bigger corner, which we love because we always like those little bit bigger corners. 6'3" guy, kind of a ball hockey type guy, great tackler. Very nice upside, especially in the system. Ran a 4.5 40, great for his size. What you got? You got any?
I just speed kills in the NFL, and safety help is going to be really big for him. If he,
for sure.
I know that they play a zone, and he's great in the zone, so I'm not concerned about that. But when you got somebody who runs a 4.5 against somebody who's running a 4.3, it's just there's levels.
Yeah, what I like about him watching highlights of him last season was him keeping his eye on the quarterback and making plays on the ball and making tackles.
I concur.
The first 5 yards are very, very important to him to see what's going to happen. Is he going to be watching the quarterback too close and not paying attention to his receiver, or is he going to be making that big play? He might be a high risk, high reward type guy there, here and there on plays. Like if he plays 2-1, the quarterback starts to see that, he's going to fake him out and whatever route you're going to run, he might get a little behind there. So
I just see him getting switched off and DeAndre Hopkins coming in motion and putting him one-on-one over there, and it just being embarrassing. Yeah, and that makes me.
This was nervous. The one when I mentioned, could you have had him later? This is actually the pick that I was actually talking about.
I got you.
A lot of experts had him going. He was actually maybe the 6th, 7th ranked CB on the board, on a lot of people's boards. So could have seen him going end of 2nd, going into the 3rd round.
Snarf.
So he was that one, but I think they see this potential hometown guy.
Thank you.
There's something there.
Coach him up.
Yep.
At 79, this is probably the steal of the NFL draft.
Yeah.
And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Josh Downs, wide receiver out of UNC, 5'9", 170. Reggie Wayne has loved this dude for months. He should have went higher in the draft, but size was a definite factor. We talked about that. But he's also coming in with a humongous chip on his shoulder.
Yes.
Peace, Paris Campbell.
Yeah.
We appreciate you for everything you've done. We love you. Peace, Paris Campbell. Good luck to you.
If Josh was 4 inches taller, 3 inches taller.
If he was 6'1", 181.
He would have gone first round.
No doubt about it.
He would have gone first round. He would have been the first wide receiver off the board.
That is an absolute fact.
Talent-wise, he's the best wide receiver in the draft. I will stand by that. Talent-wise, footwork.
That is a hell of a.
He is.
You know what you just said out loud?
And I'll say it again. Talent-wise, he is the best receiver in the draft. When you look at his RAS, the only place that he was in the negative was height. Everything else was 9s and 10s.
That's not a lie.
He was a 9 point whatever, or 8.9 or whatever it was, and only because of his height was the only place that was in the red.
No doubt.
If he's 3 inches taller, we're not having this conversation. His footwork's the best. His hands are great. Red zone and touchdown catches are huge for him. At his size, he's still making the plays that he does in the end zone. Dude's incredible.
Say less. College stats. Can we just talk about this for a second?
Yep.
2022, 94 catches for 1,029 yards, 11 yards per catch with 11 touchdowns. 2021, he was 101 catches with 1,335 yards, 13 yards per catch, and 8 touchdowns. Homie's basically 100 yards, 100 catches and 11 touchdowns a season.
And didn't have the best quarterback at UNC. Like, UNC always has a decent white guy quarterback.
O-W.
But that's real.
You went there. You went there, huh?
I mean, when's the last time they had a person of color be quarterback at UNC? I don't remember one.
I'll wait.
Yeah. They're usually pretty talented. I'm not saying that's not true.
Say that he's half white. I'm not allowed.
Yeah.
You're allowed.
But he didn't.
But he's right.
He didn't have the best quarterback, or else we would see that quarterback being drafted. So,
actually, I'm pretty sure that they had a transfer in who I believe kind of is
he a
super duper dog. Now that I'm thinking about it,
I don't remember who it is. So maybe that's the case, and I'll take that back.
I believe that hold on, Drake May, is that who it is? Drake May?
I don't know.
Hold on. Keep talking, bro. Keep talking.
Who are we talking about? Still him, Josh Downs.
Oh yeah, he's an ACC Player of the Year. Their quarterback was. Drake May's nice. Yeah, he's very, very nice. He kind of balled out, actually.
So he balled out.
Yeah, he's very good.
He's talented.
For sure. He really is. He threw for 4,321 yards this year.
In the ACC.
Bro, he threw for 4,038 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
That's pretty good.
Right? he balled. Drake May balled out for sure.
Hey, Drake. Hey, Drake. Yeah, I'll say it a little deeper. Hey, Drake. My bad, man. I didn't even know. That's my
Drake
bad.
Is nice for sure.
I just assumed from what I've seen in history.
I got you.
I apologize.
It's okay. You're allowed. You're allowed.
Still though. So yeah, I think he is one of the best steals in the draft for him to be available at the 79th pick.
I love that.
PFF, if we remember my mock draft, which we did draft him in a couple of the mock drafts. He was starting to
J-Mans for peeping that episode and giving you a shout out for that.
He was going 50th to 60th, something like that, and sometimes even earlier. And again, because of height. When he started, he was actually going towards the 80s and the 90s because of his height, and they started realizing how great this kid was.
Facts.
Get him at the 79th pick. Great
it's
steal.
It's a
steal.
At 106, Blake Freeland.
Blakey boy.
Offensive tackle out of BYU. This fool is 6'8", 302. What I like about him is he started at both left tackle and right tackle. He started at both left tackle and right tackle. Yeah. Started 26 games at left and 15 games at right over his 4-year career. He allowed only 1 sack in the last 3 years at BYU.
Yes.
That is insane. Let me say that one more time. He allowed 1 sack in the last 3 seasons, not per season, He allowed 1 sack in the last 3 seasons.
Correct.
While playing at BYU. Gives us great depth at the tackle position and possible competition with Raymond to start. Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
We all saw Bernard Raymond have a great end of the year. He had an up and down rookie season because he's a rookie, and that's what you can expect.
These are children.
So, especially because the culture was bad, how are you going to try to be productive in a bad culture and you're a rookie? So,
and a child.
So, he had a really great end of the season, ended up being our starting left tackle there towards the end of the season and played pretty damn decent. This guy is going to be a challenge. Now, if the right side needs help too, though, you could see them start to play on the line together, and that would actually be a very, very good thing. Blake has got a great pass rush and run grade, so he can play. Sorry, Jesus.
Take your time.
He can play well in both areas. It's not like he's going to be a liability in either side. He does a pretty good job. Needs to work on his footwork a little bit for the offensive game, but what offensive lineman doesn't? Coming in out of the draft, and especially at BYU, like, again, this is a 4-year starter. He does great. He wasn't a guy that just converted or anything like that. This is his position. He plays tackle, can play both, left tackle more often than right tackle. It's exactly what we need. And look to see him be competitive in that tackle room.
Are they looking for him to protect Richardson in the future, possibly? Is that what they're trying to do?
Oh, absolutely.
That's what they're thinking, huh?
Oh,
that just hit me right now.
Yeah, he is hopefully our answer to the we need a left tackle. But again, Raymond was only a rookie last year, so we have some great young potential, and you still have our other guys and Ryan Kelly and.
What does Ryan Kelly play?
Center.
So I'm sorry, not him. What is Nelson? What's Nelson play? Right guard. Right guard. Okay, that makes sense. Right guard. 110th pick. We'll do one more and then we'll take a quick break.
Yes.
110th pick from Atlanta, you say. Adetomiwa Adebare.
Not bad.
Was that not bad at all?
Not bad. I'm not going to say it, so.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Defensive tackle out of Northwestern. 6'2", 282. Flat out athletic freak. Let's just call it what it is. Yeah. Combine was crazy. First player over 280. Is this really true?
Yes.
First player over 280 pounds to run a sub 4.5 40 yard dash ever in the history of the NFL Combine. Wow. Experts had him going between rounds 2 and 3 in the draft, but like Pop said, he is an absolute steal in the 4th round. Can we have a defensive tackle that stays healthy? That is a hell of an inquiry. Did you put that in there?
I did.
That is a hell of an inquiry, my ninja.
On paper, we've drafted really, really well at
Quiddy.
defensive tackle. And he's at the end, but still,
he's at the end. Injuries. Taekwon. I'm just talking about defensive line, period. Right. Like Taekwon, Quiddy, like everybody gets hurt.
We've had quite a few people that have gotten hurt.
To say too.
Yeah, quite a few people that have gotten hurt. But at the same time, if they played well, they went to a different team. What's his name? Went to the Titans, I think. That was really good for us for a couple years on the defensive tackle because we couldn't afford them. So the other guys, the young guys we've gotten, have not been able to stay healthy. So.
Yeah, that was a very good question right there. College stats. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, but this guy is a guy you want. He gets in the tackle position. He can get to the quarterback at 6'2", 282. Again, he's fast at that size. I mean, but he's athletic. He had a 37.5-inch vert. I mean, Crazy. This dude is.
715 defensive snaps last season. 6 tackles, 6 sacks, 3 hits, 22 hurries. 2021 season, 589 snaps, 5 sacks, 4 hits, 21 hurries. And we're talking about playing in the Big Ten. So we ain't playing in some like low-key chill conference. He's playing with the big boys. He really is. So big ups to him. What do you think a player, when you draft somebody like this at the 110th pick, so what is that, the 4th round probably? Is that round 4 at that time? Mm-hmm. What are you thinking you're getting out of him? And I'll ask a little bit later, like what players we think. I have some questions down here, like who you think can play right now. But like, how did Tommy Watt, like, what are you looking to do with him? If you're Chris Ballard.
He's in the rotation.
Is he in the rotation?
Oh, for sure.
He's in the rotation.
He's in the rotation, depending on, right? Depending on how his camp goes, you're in the rotation. Because we need pass rush. We know that's been the biggest thing in the last few years. Our defense has been pretty damn stable, but pass rushing and getting to the quarterback has always been our weakness.
Corners got to do too much for too long, for sure.
So having him there where he, like, please just go get the ball. go get the quarterback, make it hard for him to sit back in the pocket. This is what this guy can do. He's going to be in the rotation. How much he's in the rotation?
Depends on him.
Depends on him. But he's going to be in the rotation. Can I just say he's starting day one? No, because that depends on how his offseason goes and his camp goes. We'll see what happens.
Snarf, snarf. On that note, that's half of our draftees this year. We will be back after these messages to get through the last 5 or 6. Stay tuned, y'all. We got a lot more to go.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
We are back with the 317 Sports Project with Penn Pops, and we are in the middle of Around the World going through the Colts NFL draftees, and we are at the 5th pick with about 7 more to go. So the 6th pick with the 138th pick. From the Raiders, Darius Rush, the cornerback for the South Carolina Gamecocks, 6'2", 198. Converted wide receiver, which I like a lot. That's that Chris Gamble shit back in the day. Converted wide receiver that has a knack for the ball. Ran a 4.36 at the combine.
There's your fast guy.
And the congregation said, amen. I'm so happy you caught that. You are so right. I didn't even think about that till right now. Did we get 3 corners?
2. We got a safety as well.
Okay. All right. Another late steal, as the draft boards had him going in the 2nd to 3rd round. Young CB core that can develop into something now. So you're saying with him and our other DB, they can grow together is what you're kind of saying?
I think if you get
what's the other guy's name? Julius Brents. Okay.
With him, and if you get, which we'll talk about here in a couple, when we get to the other corner with the PJ Tucker, you get another veteran in there, you can really, really develop these guys. I think they just need some leadership in the CB room. But other than that...
Damn, Gilly.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I just missed Gilly already.
You're right.
Starting corner last 2 seasons, totaling 3 interceptions, 15 pass breakups. You don't even know how many tackles for loss. There's not even a number there. Thank you. I appreciate that. Blake, tackles for loss. And 1... Fuck you, Pops. And 1...
He had some tackles for loss.
Fill in the blank on tackles for loss. Just guess the number. It's totally fine. Whatever.
I'm pretty sure it's 4.
Or 17.
4 tackles for a loss. It's just very... Man.
And 1 forced fumble in 23 games. Yeah. Just so you guys know, Pops was up so late working on this that he fell asleep with his lap and woke up at 4:30 in the morning with it still open. So give the homie some grace.
A little tired.
For sure. With the 158th pick, Daniel Scott, safety out of California, 6'1", 208. As you said, this is a depth pick for sure. What's that? What you got on that?
Depth pick for
not depth.
Depth.
Yeah, not a Merc pick.
He's got some
growth.
Got some growth
for sure.
Got some growth.
Got some learning.
I think it's one of those things I saw him going a little bit later in the draft on a lot of mock drafts.
Okay.
Definitely athleticism, can play slot as well, and that's one of the things too that you can kind of see. So he can play a little bit of both.
All right, that helps.
They had him going the 6th round, so still to get him in the 5th round at 158 is kind of one of those things where like a little bit early, but pretty average at the same time. If this is who they wanted, the next time they would have picked, he probably wouldn't have been available.
Fair.
So they picked him a little early so they can get him with a little bit more of some potential there and maybe get some growth on that.
It's one of those things that if him, Brent, and and Rush, over the next couple of seasons.
Chemistry matters.
Especially back there,
Chemistry matters.
Especially back there.
You got to be able to
They need to be on a string, dog.
And go, okay, he's going to drop this way. Looks like he's looking at the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm going to cover for him because of his body language. This guy over here, okay, I know he's going to cover. You have to know as a safety.
Thank you.
What your corners
especially
are going to do.
Or strong, either way.
Right, but you have to be able to really read that because an audible and a switch can happen anytime and you have to be able to communicate and almost
without even looking at each other
and non-verbally going, I know what he's going to do. So that takes some chemistry there.
That's beautifully said. 162nd pick, Will Mallory. Tight.
Well, let me go back to Dan Scott.
Live your life.
Reason why I say
Dan Scott's what we're calling him.
Yeah.
Now. Okay.
Yeah, Dan Scott.
Okay.
Missed tackles has been the story of his career. Last 2 seasons has missed a total of 36 tackles, but has also totaled 136 tackles.
Well, he could have 170 tackles if he didn't miss the other 36.
He had 19 missed tackles last year, 17 missed tackles the year before. How I pulled that out, I'm not sure.
What validates a missed tackle? I know that sounds probably like simpler, more simple than it is, but it's like just really him one-on-one. Because if he's out there just getting he's the last dude in the DB, or the last one back there running. I
would probably say it's a mix,
and
right?
Running backs are just giving him to Marshall Faulk. I'm like,
whether you're going to still get credit if you're the first one, even in a group tackle, but you're the first one to wrap up, you're going to get called on a missed tackle. Whether you're on your own or in that. So to have 36 in 2 years, that's why I say glad he can play slot as well. I don't know that I want him back there as the safety quite yet. That was the one thing why I said he was about
that homie can't wrap a Christmas gift. Wrap up, player. Wrap up.
Yeah.
Jesus, Lord have mercy. Condoms, wrap it up, cuz. Need to give him a wrap up gift pack is what we need to give him. Just send him all the things you can wrap
Cellophane,
up.
condoms.
Wrap up, nigga, for sure. The epitome. Are we good with him?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. 162nd pick, Will Mallory, tight end from the Miami. Is that the U?
That's the U.
Oh, you went to the U. Okay.
U.
Ran a 4.54, 6'4", 239, just to give y'all a little bit of preview on him. Ran a 4.54 40 at the combine.
Pretty good for tight end.
That's very, very quick. That is very, very quick. Depth in the tight end position as well is what you kind of attributing this to.
You have Gregson, not Greg. Is that his name? Grayson. Starts with a G.
We do not have a Gregson no more.
Not Gregson.
Gregson is gone.
It is something Grayson, the other tight end that got hurt.
Light-skinned dude.
Him.
Grayson. Grayson. Graysson or something like that. Yeah.
Him. Mo is still on the roster. I was wrong, but he's
real?
He's third on the depth chart right
Jelani, bro.
Yeah. Jelani, Mo Alley-Cox, and him. Like I said,
that's 4.
It's 4. So we've got 4 right now. He's a blocking liability, so you're not going to see him too much. So depth. I think you have him in case somebody gets injured. That's really what that is.
Can't be mad at that, or is not playing well.
Right. So, yeah. You're seeing college stats, 2022, 542 reception yards, 3 touchdowns. 2021, 347 reception yards, 4 touchdowns.
Granson,
there we go.
Kylan Granson.
Yeah.
So right now, he's our 1, Jelani's our 2, Mo is our 3,
right,
and Will is our 4.
Yep.
All right. I'm in there. Go ahead. Move on to the next one.
176th pick, we've got Evan Hull, running back out of Northwestern. Second player drafted from Northwestern, ran a 4.47 40-yard dash. In my opinion, this is hopefully our what's his name that went to the Bills.
Yep, doing backflips.
Yeah,
we do this all.
Hines.
Yes.
Naheem Hines. He's that you hope he kind of turns into that type of player to just kind of help out JT.
I'm sitting here looking at the Colts depth chart right now.
Yeah,
and running backs, Jonathan Taylor, and then you have Zach Moss and Deion Jackson.
Right.
And to be completely forthcoming, I'm not all the way comfortable with that. Okay.
No.
I was wondering why we got a Evan Hull, and that completely explains that to me.
Yeah, you don't have somebody that goes, oh, when JT comes out, we all right.
You do not have that.
No.
That's exactly what you don't have.
So this is your guy, hey, in passing schemes here, that's you're going to put him out there to just
also went to Northwestern, right?
Also went
another
to Northwestern.
Big Ten guy.
Another Big Ten guy. Yeah. So 2022 had 221 rushes, 913 yards, 5 touchdowns. 55 catches, and this is why I said that.
I love this.
546 yards. Had 2021, you saw 1,000 yards, team leader, 33 catches for 294, 8 yards per catch. He is that dangerous catcher out of the backfield.
Bro, like red zone.
Yes.
Like sneaky. Yes. You got downs, you got him. They're doing all kinds of weird stuff coming out of that backfield.
Yes.
Steichen's drawn up. Boop, 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 boop. Call those touchdowns.
Yep.
211th pick. Is that where we're at? Titus Leo, defensive end out of Wagner. 6'3", 245. Bro.
Cool. All right.
I'm gonna say let's guess.
Wagner.
Let's guess.
Wagner.
Is it University of Wagner? Or is it Wagner University?
Both sound bad.
Both sound horrible.
Wagner.
Wagner College? Is it Wagner College?
That sounds like it's a community college.
WCC.
Right.
Wagner
it can sound pompous if you decided to, so it could be like, is it in Rhode Island?
Wagner. I was going to say Delaware. Wagner is in... Fuck, it's not on the East Coast. Wagner. Where's Wagner, bro? I'm saying... I'm sticking to it.
You say it's not on the East Coast? Delaware?
I'm sticking with Delaware.
Like
Where's Wagner University?
Wagner University. New York.
Fuck off. No way.
It sounded real uppity.
You're right. You're not wrong. He did not get invited to the combine.
Nope.
Titus Leo ran a 4.69 40 earlier this year, though.
Good job on the 69.
Yep, gotta love that. 2-time team captain at Wagner. 38 games, 33 starts between 2018 and 2022. That feels like very few games in 5 years to me.
Yeah.
13 sacks, 40 tackles for loss, 6 fumbles forced, and 234 solo tackles. This gives me an interesting question. Does level of competition matter, and to what degree? But you got someone like Ben Roethlisberger from Miami,
right?
University. Does competition matter? Does level of competition matter?
It can, depending on the person, yeah.
Where did Josh Allen go?
Yeah.
I really don't know, but it wasn't a big college. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think so.
Yeah, like Shaq Leonard.
Right. Was he South Carolina? He was South Carolina.
South Carolina State.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
It's not a Gamecock.
No.
Yeah.
He went to the hood college, like for sure.
Which makes sense.
A lot of sense.
Yeah.
So does level of competition matter, and to what degree? If you're a dog, are you a dog?
If you're a dog, you're a dog.
If you're a dog, you're a dog.
If you're a dog, you're a dog.
Okay.
Huh. You can't teach dog.
You can't.
You can't teach dog. You can get better, but you either got dog or you don't got dog.
My dude.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. All right. 221st pick. We do have another cornerback.
You're right.
Jalen Thomas.
Jalen.
Yeah, cornerback out of Texas A&M. We drafted 3 corners. Not bad.
Jalen was one that I had in a mock draft, actually.
You did?
Yeah. Just because I didn't know what else to pick at that time. But
it's okay. You picked him. You can take that. Similar build to Brent's, 4'5", 740. Speed concerns me again, but he played safety some at A&M as well. 32 starts over 3 seasons, which is basically started almost every game. Like that's how you do it. 14 pass breakups, 3 picks, 2 tackles for losses, 98 solo tackles. Fun fact though, his parents served in the Navy, so they don't play in that household. It's, it's got a lot of morals and principles and discipline and family over there. So he's a definite project, but he's coachable. You can't coach size, you can't coach toughness, you can't, you can't coach that shit, but you can coach him up and hopefully get some good play out of him. What do you do with players this deep? Is there one more?
Yeah.
All right, 236 pick. Jake Witt.
Yep.
Tackle out of Northern Michigan. 6'7", 302. Started at tight end. Started the career as a tight end, so it means he's mad athletic. But
moved to tackle at halftime of a game in 2021.
There you have it.
That tells you what happened with that team.
There you go. But the next year, as his first year ever playing the position for real, homie was second team. Stop it. Homie was second team all conference. It's a slip. My bad, yo. My bad. Homie,
cool, man.
You're bad right. Cool. Yeah. I don't know nothing about how you get down, but it's between you and whoever. You know what I'm saying? Jesus. Homie. Was second team all conference in the first year he played the whole position. So, questions. Who, if anyone, in that breakdown will be ready to play right away?
In the whole thingy?
Out of all of those players, out of 12 of those, who will be ready to come in and play right away?
I think Richardson can play right away. Should he is literally up to what his offseason looks like.
He's not playing right away.
I don't know if that's true.
Okay, so Richardson.
Okay,
Brent's.
Possibly.
Downs.
Who else we got? What's our CB depth chart? You already deleted it? Already take it off?
No, bro, I can bring that right back up. That's nothing. CB depth chart. Look at that. Look at that. Colts CB depth chart. Where the hell is them niggas at? Right corner, Julius Brents is the one.
There you go.
Kenny Moore is on the other side.
And he's slot, so no, he's not on the other side.
Yes, he is.
He always plays slot.
Bro, I'm just telling you what they got lined up at left.
That's fine, because ESPN doesn't have what that is, but Kenny Moore's our slot.
Okay, so then who else is going to be over there? You got Darius Rush, Dallas Flowers.
So, yes, Brent has a possibility to start.
Like, he's
unless they go get a veteran, like what we'll talk about, that would be the only other thing I can see. But is he in the rotation? Yes.
Okay, that is fair.
Any of these other guys, and again, the only thing I would say is our. I'll let you say his name.
Adetomiwa Adebare.
There you go. He's the only other one that I'll see rotational to just say now. Starting, not sure, but is he going to be in there? Yes.
Okay. Darius Rush, no. Too early for him at
probably.
Corner, too raw. All right.
But again, it is up to you guys. It is up to you guys and what your offseason looks like, your work ethic, and how you're going to come out and be competitive to win the spot.
Wow.
Really, a lot of these guys, it's theirs to win.
You're not lying. Does it bother you that we don't have a Josh Allen or Joe Burrow come in and start right away type of quarterback?
That's like catching lightning in a bottle. There wasn't one of those in the draft to me.
CJ will come in and start right away for sure. He's ready.
The Texans have to have him start right away.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, like, he's good.
Yeah, he's good
for sure.
But like, no, I would rather have gotten who we got than be forced to start a Will Levis and hate what I'm watching.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right?
100%.
Yeah.
Say less. Wing shot. Upcoming season. First of all, I just want to say I'm so happy we're season ticket holders. I'm like.
Now it's fine.
Exactly. Yeah. If we got Will Levis, I'd be selling them tickets right away.
If we were just going running back, no. I don't know if I'm coming.
No, but this is fire. So what do you think of our offensive line? Does Kelly Nelson and the crew come back ready to roll?
They have to. Okay. They absolutely have to. Kelly was already in trade rumors at this offseason. They have a lot to prove, and I think they know that. And I've said that. I think they know that. Nelson especially is like, I played like shit being where I should be playing. I mean, let's be honest. He's possibly the best guard, if not one of the top 5 guards in the NFL.
Preach.
And he did not play that way.
He did not.
So Kelly, he's a top 15, top 10 center if he wants to be. Facts. Injuries are the only thing that have kept him from being that.
For sure.
And he just did not play as well either. So they have to be ready to go. Offensive line, that left and that right side are on the tackle side. We just have to shore those up in the passing game. We have some young guys that could develop into that, so we'll see what happens. But I feel better than I did, especially because we don't have the same coach that's there.
My G, love you for that. Is JT healthy? He's been mad quiet. He's gonna be ready.
And I think that's why. I think he is coming in focused, ready to go.
He's in a zone. JT is somewhere in a zone right now, dog.
Yeah, blocked out. We haven't seen him really come out and be like, can't wait to get with my quarterback. He is like, let me come in here ready to go.
He's locked in.
He's going to be eligible for a contract extension after this season.
I better pay him.
This is we're getting to that part already. Yeah, this is going into his 3rd season.
Probably.
So
cut the check.
Next, after this season, he's going to be eligible for a contract extension. Cut the check. We got to be able to do that.
Do you have faith in Gardner Minshew and Steichen?
Yeah.
To get Anthony Richardson ready is basically what I'm saying.
Yes, Steichen, sure. I'm not going to ask Gardner Minshew.
Bro, they're homies. Like they're in it together.
I'm not saying that they don't get along. I don't know that I want Gardner Minshew teaching anything to Anthony Richardson other than just to get ready for
He knows the whole Philadelphia system. He knows the whole system.
I understand. But I don't want Gardner Minshew. Besides, like, here's how you be an NFL quarterback, and here's the blah, 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 the chemistry, and here's what you should be doing. That's the type of stuff. The surface level stuff as an NFL quarterback and, like, getting them ready, like, maturity level-wise, that kind of stuff, sure.
I think Gardner Minshew is going to have a more pivotal role than that, but I figured deal you. How long does it take for Anthony Richardson to get the nod? If you were to take a guess right now.
You're going to see Anthony Richardson, if he does not start, you're going to see him in some time on the field here and there and some gadget plays running with JT. They're going to use his legs first here and there.
Okay.
Some trick plays just to put him out there so corners don't know what he's going to do.
Okay.
You're going to see him in some gadget plays.
Okay.
If Gardner has issues, I would say halfway through the season, you're going to see a quarter here or there to see if he's going to be starting. I would say halfway through the season, you will see him in more than one. There won't be gadget plays anymore. You'll see him throwing the ball here and there.
Snarf.
Yeah.
How we feel about the wide receiver room? Pittman, Pierce, Downs, McKenzie, etc. Do we need a free agent to show these young bucks the ropes?
I think you need a veteran. Just like the CB room, I think you need a veteran in there.
I don't disagree one bit.
Yeah.
Defense. Does Gus Bradley take a step forward with this crew this year?
Yes. I think everybody, especially the defense, Shaq trying to come off of injury and be who he was, everyone has something to prove in what happened last year. Now, the defense was the shining light, but still had room for improvement here and there. I think you're going to see everyone have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. Kenny Moore, who had a horrible season.
Horrible season.
After he got his contract.
I'm so happy that you put that in there.
Yep.
That was very well done on your part.
You think about that. Nelson got his contract. Kenny Moore got his contract. All these guys got paid, and then all had it down here.
Facts.
So I think everyone's going to come out and really show what they should be doing. So I think you're going to see a little bit more active defense there. So yes, I guess that looks as a step forward.
Does Shaq come back and show the fuck out this year?
I would say, will we let him go out and show out? I think everyone's going to be very hesitant to give him the green light to just go crazy. But when he's in, he will be a disruptor because he is trying to prove it to himself that he can still do it. I think the start of the year, you're going to see him start really easy. He'll probably be on a pitch clock on how many times he's going to be out there and
he
snap
pitch count. But I got him. Thank you. It's okay. I got you.
You're going to see that kind of start the season to really feel how the nerves in his body are doing and how that will go. And I think then by midseason, we'll get a real idea of like, okay, is Shaq back or not?
Jigga. How you feel about our D-line right now?
Yeah, I feel okay. Right? I hate that Yannick is gone.
Me too. Took the words right out of my face.
I hate Yannick is gone because he actually had a hell of a great season last year.
He really did.
So edge rush now is back to the who's it gonna be, and Kwity Paye's going into his third season. Has the talent, needs to stay healthy.
Say less. And we talked about our DBs and safeties. They make me nervous. Gilly is gone. Basically, we need another vet to come in and show these young boys the ropes. We talked about that. Last thing, overall expectations, over or under 7 wins?
I'm going to give them 7 wins.
On the dot. So you think I hit that right on the head?
I think you hit that right on the head.
7 and 10?
I think 7 and 10.
I would love to see them go 9 and 8.
No.
I would love to see them go 9 and 8.
I'm not even going to set myself up for that kind of distance.
To see it.
Yeah, I would also love to see it.
If you can get 7 wins, 8 and 9, you know what I mean? I would just love to see that. All right, over under. From the corner, PJ Tucker, last part. Here we go. Free agents. What we got, bro?
You want to pull that list up? I kind of wanted to just have an open discussion with you.
Open dig-a-log?
Yeah. So we'll look at this. This is the top 100 free agents, and this is as of May 2nd, actually. So it just continues to be updated.
All right.
Obviously, this top 10, you're probably not going to go see after. The only one on this, which I love seeing him ranked number 9, and that tells you how much better he got. When I say that we need another veteran back into the CB, Rock Ya-Sin is still sitting there. I think a lot of Colts fans
and he's 27 years old, y'all. He's not old.
No.
He's 27.
He was gone for a year just because we wouldn't got Yannick. But then Yannick was a free agent. He still isn't signed either. So he's still a free agent out there as well. But Rock Ya-Sin, I think that he'd be a great leader for these young guys. Already played for the Colts. Started playing so damn well before he got traded. So I think everybody was like, yeah, okay, you were Yannick, sure. But like, how are we going to protect against receivers? I think everybody had that.
It's true.
So when I go the top 10, he's probably the most realistic choice on this list. When you got Leonard Floyd, a Jadeveon Clowney, Frank Clark,
Marcus
Peters is there too. I won't be surprised if they just bring him back and he gets signed back in Baltimore. Shaquille Griffin's another one out there. Seattle loves him. I think that they'll figure that out, and he may, he would take a pay cut to come back to Seattle.
He would for sure,
right?
And he's a dog.
Yeah. So then we go. If you go to the next set, this is 11 to 25. Yannick is there sitting at 12.
Annoying.
It's really annoying, and
really
sadly,
annoying.
I don't think that we can afford to bring him in.
No, definitely not. It's too much, too expensive.
Guard, I think tackle is where you would go if you're going to go offensive lineman, just to have veteran leadership there. I don't think that you go get a guard or anything like that, possibly just to have depth, but probably not.
Negative.
But mostly it's all defensive lines. You're seeing edge or defensive lines. You're seeing a Chris Wormley, a Dwayne Smoot, and a Sean Robinson, Matt Ioannidis, whatever his name is, from Carolina.
I gotta say, it's kind of it's with full respect, it's kind of a shitty free agency class right now.
Right. And then if you go, when we said depth and wide receiver, you're seeing Jarvis Landry. He's really the only wide receiver in the top 20 that you would even go like, okay. You'll see they accidentally repeated the list twice. So yeah, the next wide receiver is Kenny Galladay.
Julio 35
and didn't even do much with Brady. No, didn't do a lot there. His knees and his stuff is bad. So
not his knees and stuff.
The only tackle, and we've mentioned this, and we got
bring back Ty. Sorry.
Oh, jeez.
Bring back Ty. He's a free agent.
Yeah.
Go ahead and retire a Colt. Anyway, go ahead. Only tackle.
Taylor Lewan from Tennessee. He's one that we got some backlash on that one too when I mentioned that on I think it was on Megan's show actually when I mentioned Taylor Lewan.
We love backlash. You guys can hate on us sometimes.
But at the same time, he's always played very well. He's 32 and we need a veteran leader.
He didn't like that he played for the Titans.
He didn't like that he played for the Titans. And he'd be a veteran leader for these young guys. You can give them a year contract just to give us some depth and go, hey, can you at least
show them the ropes,
the ropes real quick?
Show them the ropes.
Justin Houston's back out there and a free agent. We know what he did for a couple seasons with the Colts. He still had a productive year last year in Baltimore. Melvin Ingram's out there. You've got some older vet guys that are out there. You say T.Y. was on there?
Oh, yeah. He's down in the 76, I believe.
Bring back T.Y. 75. If you want to get a veteran receiver back, bring back T.Y. He productive when he played for Dallas.
Thank you. So. And he would come back for the low, because he just loves Naptown. Sammy Watkins is available too.
Sammy's out there. His legs have never worked in the NFL.
You're not wrong.
Ankles, thighs, knees, hammies. Everything that can go wrong on somebody's legs have gone wrong on Sammy Watkins' legs.
So basically what you're saying is the only free agents that you really want are the ones that used to be Colts.
That's pretty damn right. There's other guys here. I'm just kind of being realistic, I think, in some of these. Like, to me, when they're going to sign somebody, Colts never go big splash.
No.
Right? So it's hard to go like 1 through 20. That's why I like when you said, hey, T.Y.'s at 70. I'm like, that's more what they would really do, for sure. Give somebody another chance, or like, I need somebody that is okay and understands that they probably won't play all the time.
Yep.
N'Keal Harry from he was obviously on the Patriots and then went to Chicago. Fast wide receiver. He's down there in the 60s. DeMarcus Robinson played for Baltimore. He's out there. I mean, there's some guys out there. I just don't see the Colts, knowing on what they do, grabbing one of these guys higher. But there are some guys I think that we can take to add to a little bit of everything.
I don't disagree one bit. That's around the world, y'all. That's what's going on with the Colts. That was a good ass around the world segment right there.
You want a break?
Oh, we got to go to break. We definitely got to go to break. We'll be right back after these messages with the 317 Sports Project with Penn Pops, baby.
singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome back to the 317 Sports Project, presented by Clean Kicks, Columbus, Ohio's #1 premium sneaker treatment shoe cleaning service. We clean kicks, we paint kicks, we do ISO restorations and a bunch of other fun services. Premium sneaker treatment for premium sneakerheads. Do yourselves a favor and give us a follow over at cleankicks.614 on Instagram.
That was clean.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I took my time and did the breath and all of that stuff. Thank you. I appreciate you. I just want to give a shout out to our aesthetic. This is probably one of the most fire feeling episodes.
Feels nice.
It feels very, very cozy in here. Yeah. And I think that we're getting our setup more and more complete. I think we're going to keep this. Stuff is looking dope. It looks complete over there. We'll bring in the Nerf hoop for sure.
Yeah.
I want a Pacers Boulevard sign. But other than that, bro, it's fire in here.
Yeah, it's good.
Kudos to you. Kudos to us. Moving on. Naptown nudes. So the GMs, we gave them a shout out of the Colts, Pacers, and Fever. Know the freaking assignment right now. I saw a post on Twitter and it stated the following. Aaliyah Boston of the Indiana Fever is 20 years old, #1 draft pick. Anthony Richardson, #4 draft pick of the Colts, is 20 years old. Benn Mathurin, 20 years old, #6 draft pick of the Pacers in this last draft. And Tyrese Haliburton is 23, and he was the steal of the deal with the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah.
What in the absolute shit is going on, bro?
Yeah. A lot of young talent.
Wow.
Future's so bright.
Wow. Pacers won 10 more games than last year, 35-47. They'll continue to grow. They got the nucleus, Hallie, Ben Math, Miles T, Noara, et cetera, Questions to answer for sure, but we're getting there. Sarge recommended that we go get Dylan Brooks today. No.
Nope.
You're my guy, Sarge, but my answer is hell to the no. We had a nice little debate about that, and I respect you. Homie does average 14.5 points, 3 rebounds, 2.5 assists, but he's an asshole and he's a cancer.
If a team after the season and really the playoffs have ended have already told a player in no circumstance we will bring you back, it's probably not a guy that you want to add to your locker room, at least right now.
The Colts seem to be finally turning that corner that they've had us handcuffed in a quarterback gauntlet since Andrew Luck retired. We got our guy. It seems to be the case. The Indiana Fever, a.k.a. South Carolina Central, are sick of being bottom feeders, are now looking to get it ready to go. Our head coach, Christy Sides, is back. Big ups to you. Second stint with the Fever, first as the head coach. Yep. Signed Erica Wheeler in the offseason. Straight up dog. Great draft classes back to back. Got Aaliyah Boston. Generational talent. Speaking of generational talents, ready to hoop. Don't sleep on Grace Berger. I know you IU girl, all you IU fans, Indy and all y'all. I know you love the Grace Berger sign. She can hoop. Me, myself, as a Buckeye fan, love me some Taylor Mikesell. This girl is a straight-up three-point shooter. 44% last season. She is 4th all-time at OSU history with 204 threes, and she did it in 2 seasons.
That girl can shoot.
That girl can flat-out shoot that thing. And then LaDazia Williams of LSU, they did not win the championship this year without her. She busted for 20 points in the championship game. How you feel about the Naptown vibes right now, my G?
It's great. I think I did that really enthusiastic. It's great.
No, that's what I wanted. That's give me that. I need that energy because you are right. It's great.
It's great. I don't know that I've been more excited to be an Indiana sports fan now. Excited to get to a Fever game this year because we will absolutely get to a couple Fever games this year because we'll be in break, which is great. So we can actually
so true. So true.
So we'll be in break at that time.
2.5 hours away. We out.
Yeah. So we're gonna go. True. We're gonna go support our Fever ladies, and,
holy shit,
and do that.
So
really excited for that.
If we can drive to Fort Wayne for the Fort Wayne Mad Ants,
which was the first and last time,
we can definitively drive to Naptown to watch the Indiana Fever. And it will not be the last time. For sure. You so stupid.
Yeah.
Fill in the blank. You ready?
Yeah.
In the next 10 years, the city of Indianapolis will celebrate blank championship parades.
Next 10 years. 2. I'm going to give 1 to the Fever.
Okay.
And I'm going to give 1 to the Colts.
Okay. One to the Fever for sure in the next decade, no question about it. I don't know. Stop with, I think the Pacers will get one, bro. I think the Pacers will get one in the next decade.
Be great. I'd love to have more.
I'm saying 3.
I was just being very
I'm saying cautious. 3. I think each team will get one in the next decade.
Each team, Colts, Pacers, Fever.
Yep. Pacers will probably take the longest.
Yeah, right.
Pacers will take the longest. Right. For sure.
Yeah. I think you're really going to see the Fever, what they won in 2013. So I think you're going to see them kind of go, okay, like you said, we've got this young talent. We've had a lot of early picks. We got to start putting this together. Culture, all of that stuff.
You know what I'm saying? They just got too many dope draft picks to last. Like they're gonna eventually just ball out. Like they're gonna break through.
Point,
you know
what I'm saying? Accidentally win one
for sure. Right. Just on GP for sure. Fine print. NBA playoff update. Eastern Conference. We got the Heat versus the Knicks 1-0.
Yeah.
Before we start this, what do you think of Julius Randle, bro?
He's an asshole.
He's kind of a little biatch, huh?
He's kind of an asshole.
Okay, enough said. Jimmy Butler seems to be on a downright mission. Who's gonna win that series? What you think?
Heat.
How many games?
I will say Jimmy's not playing tonight.
Okay.
I still think the Heat will win. I think Heat will take it in 6.
Knicks win tonight.
Knicks win Dwight. Knicks will win tonight solely because of Jimmy being out.
Okay. All right.
Because also they don't have Tyler Hero still with the hand. So they got nothing. So, yeah, I think you're going to see Knicks win tonight, but Jimmy will go, okay, that's enough. And I think you're going to go
They're coming to Miami. They're about to lose both of those games.
Yeah, so I think you'll see Heat in 6.
Okay. Boston, Philly, 0-1. Philly, James Harden went in there and got 45 yesterday. And it was a nice, respectful 45. I publicly apologized and commended him today on Twitter. Can Philly win this series without him? Without Embiid?
Yes, because I don't buy into the Celtics knowing how to finish games.
Wow, that is so very well said, Pops.
Celtics are the more talented team.
Yep.
They have lost how many leads in the playoffs so
and not
far?
just this year, just in that since that squad has been together,
Correct.
They have never been able to get over that.
Correct.
You're right. Western Conference, Denver, Phoenix, 2-0. It's over. Chris Paul is hurt again. He's about to get Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's about to get Chuck Barkley. Phoenix has no bench, no help, like zero. If D-Book, KD, and CP3 are all playing 40-plus minutes, and that 40-plus is really like 42 to 44-plus minutes, that's basically the whole game.
Yeah.
They are missing Jay Crowder something crazy right now, bro.
It makes that trade really wonder. And again, you go get KD, you can go get KD.
You go get KD.
Now, Phoenix has a very bright future still if they can go get some in off-season here. Now, I think this season's obviously going to be a wrap, but they need to fill that wing help that they lost when they traded KD. You got to go fill that because that TJ Warren ain't doing nothing still. Which I was kind of hoping to see him have a comeback year with Brooklyn. He had a couple of nice games and then going, okay, now he's back in Phoenix, which maybe he just hates being back in Phoenix. Remember, that's who we took him from in Indy. He did not like playing in Phoenix. Maybe that's some of that.
That dude is a one-hit wonder.
I hate it.
He's a one-hit wonder like in the bubble. Like
his leg, and he had a great season that season, had a brilliant bubble, had a great season. But after that injury with his knee, he ain't never been right.
It's all up in that
Can't
brain.
Get right.
Can't get right. It's all up in that brain. There's absolutely no way they're winning for the next 5 games.
No.
So that series is over.
No.
Golden State versus Los Angeles, my brother.
This is the one.
That starts tonight.
Yes.
Golden State in 5 or 6? I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think. I just put it in there just to, pick your brain a little bit. See. That's why I asked these questions. See him rubbing his brain? That's because I knew he was going to do that.
I'm going Lakers in 7.
I do not disagree,
I'm
dog.
going Lakers in 7.
I do not disagree.
I'm going Lakers in 7. For sure. Why I'm
I
going
cannot
Lakers
believe
in
that
season,
you said that. I even tried to
that,
tempt you with the question on purpose.
I'm going Lakers in 7 solely because against the Grizzlies, you saw a different name showing out for the Lakers
all the time.
They have a spread out,
and I don't think they're getting enough credit for their squad. I don't think they go 8
Rui
deep.
Hachimura scored 29 points.
They go 8
game.
deep. D'Lo.
I mean, you have,
Schroeder could give you some buckets. Like
they finally have help at all facets.
Vanderbilt ain't no punk,
and LeBron can go. I'll score 18. You good? Like, and I'm okay with it. I don't have to go score 40 no more. Good, because I'm 40.
No, because I can give you 18 and then 13 rebounds.
Right. I think you can see. I think they finally given him permission to just like let us just help you. Got to stay healthy. But if Anthony Davis stops holding on to some extremity,
this nigga. That
like,
nigga's constantly bent over holding something, ain't he? Like,
but give you credit. You did it a lot, but you kept playing.
You played through it.
If that's regular season, you wouldn't have played.
You fall more than anything I've ever seen in my life.
He does a lot of fall.
All right, so
I'm going to Lakers in 7.
So I literally have in my notes Golden State in 6 ? And then I have although LeBron has done more with less. People always say Curry has it up on LeBron due to their 3-1 record in finals, but LeBron was solo in 2015.
Yep.
Love and Kyrie were out and it still went to 6.
Yep.
2 finals consisted of KD, Thompson, and Curry. It's not even fucking fair. So to me, they're low-key 1-1.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, I completely agree. You could argue that LeBron really could have. I mean, really, I think Cavs would have taken that if they would have been healthy with. They would have beat them.
No question about it. There's not even. We beat 2-2. Yeah, there's no question about that.
And then because of that, you had to go get KD.
Thank you, because you were like, we can't beat this nigga. Like right. we really like we can't.
You had to go get KD, and LeBron still. Come on, LeBron still got a championship.
LeBron could have won the MVP in the series that they lost because he balled out so well.
Yeah.
So
now we see a little bit of an older LeBron gets tired a little quicker, back to back's a little harder, but he is ready. Do not be surprised.
Dillon Brooks woke him up.
When I saw him go off the court and not shake hands after the series was done with the Grizzlies,
when they won by 40.
Ooh.
They won by 40.
He
walked off the court early.
Dylan said, I ain't going to do nothing unless someone gives me 40. The team gave you 40.
40.
They said, all right. Not only did you talk trash, you poke the bear, you said they got to give me 40. They gave you 40. They also got you fired from your own team. They didn't wait till off-season starting. They said, we ain't gonna need you no more.
Under no circumstances are we bringing him back to our basketball team.
Wow. Yes, I think he's woken up. I think you're gonna see him
I think everybody in the NBA when Dillon Brooks said that was like, shit, nigga.
It's like chanting Reggie sucks in the 90s, and he's about to then go off of you, and he's like, okay. All right. Keep saying it.
All right.
It's like that. You shouldn't have done nothing.
So keys, D'Lo Russell, and AD.
Absolutely, and I think you saw D'Angelo Russell wake up. He had a very hard start to the playoffs, very hard start to the Grizzlies series, then went for 30, something like that, whatever. Yeah. And then in the next game, had 18. Didn't go back to 10, back to 8.
Consistent.
No, you came back and still scored 18. And in the third quarter, you took the game over again when LeBron and AD were out. And you're like,
they don't win that without him.
No,
they do not win game. They do not. They do not. That's very true.
So he came out and was like, let me get back to auditioning for getting this next contract and me coming back for next season because he's a free agent after this year. And they're like, will we get Kyrie or will we keep D'Angelo Russell? I think now it's like, okay, we're going to keep D'Lo and keep going.
So I wrote this next thing in there before I really thought about it. So we're going to just go ahead and just not even think about that. But
what's that?
Who's your NBA Finals picks?
Because
it's going to be Lakers in Denver.
Yeah, Western Conference Finals. I'm going to go. I really hate to see Denver. If Denver's in the finals, I'm probably not going to watch it.
They're so good, bro.
I hate.
I get it. It's very San Antonio Spurs like. I feel you,
it's
bro.
It's just not a team that I like watching.
Ratings will be down immensely
So
if
bad.
Denver goes and not the Lakers.
What was it? New Jersey Nets, and when Jason Kidd was on it, and what was that? Was it Spurs? Was it that? Was that the finals? And it was like the lowest rated NBA finals ever.
Sounds like a really bad finals.
It was bad.
Sounds like a really bad. Sounds like it.
I'm gonna go Lakers.
Really? To the NBA finals?
I'm going I think I'm gonna go what you wrote here. I think I'm going Lakers Heat.
There you have it.
I really do think I'm going Lakers and Heat.
Right?
I think you're gonna see that again.
Right?
I really do. Yeah. And I might could put that in FanDuel tonight.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'd do some.
I would love to see it, bro.
Out of the bubble, and you see LeBron can kind of go like, okay, shut up, we beat him regardless.
Right?
I really do think that. And I think this will be Miami and Jimmy Butler's last chance for a while to win NBA, to get a championship, because the East is not playing up to what they should be playing as far as the Celtics and Embiid being hurt in the 76ers. I think this is Heat's chance to run the gamut because of the culture that they have there. And Jimmy Butler doing it, I think they have their chance this year.
Whatever you put on FanDuel, double it, because I want in.
Okay.
I'm not even playing. Okay. I'm not even playing. Whatever you put on FanDuel, double it and send me the bill, and I want all the way in on that. Because if that pops off, I may go to Miami and go to a game.
Right.
I'm not even kidding. I may like fly somewhere and go to a game, because you just win the money and you be like, you know what, we did it. Let's go check out one of these games.
Right.
I'm not even playing.
Because I'm just saying, because you literally can pick who will be in the finals or who will win the Western Conference and Eastern Finals, and just that'll be in the we could put
50 down,
50 and 50 on that, and
probably win $2,000,
something like that.
Right?
Yeah,
100%. I got $50 on that right now.
Done.
My ninja. And that right there is the shizzo, baby.
Yeah.
Baby, I don't know how we end up ending these shows in the way that we end these shows, because that's a hell of an accidental dope ass ending.
Right.
But that's it, y'all.
Bet.
We hope y'all enjoyed this one, because we put a lot of freaking work into this one and it felt good. So we got the aesthetic right. Shows keeps coming together more and more, just in time for us to take a break in about a month and a half.
Yeah, we'll get through the finals and then that's it.
We chilling. That's what's up. We love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. 317 Sports Project. We'll see you all over Twitter and everywhere else. We got a What's Popping with Pops coming. Yep. We got a Just My Opinion coming. All types of fun shit. We'll see you in a couple of weeks, y'all. Holla back.
Peace.
Cause I was like 2 years old, first time I heard a beat drop. Yeah. And by 3 years old, I'm learning how to beatbox. Yeah. 4 or 5 years old when I'm putting on the 45s. Final. Needle to the groove, I'm scratching up the sweet spots. Homie from the East Block, in Naptown where the fiends flock. Skip school all day, mama couldn't keep watch. Fresh fade with the Reeboks. Man, nah, nigga couldn't tell me nothing. I'm so sick in my own lane, preteen, pimping all the light skin, red bone loving. Boombox on with the headphones bumping, dreaming to find my niche. Cause I ain't really know back then when I picked up my first notebook and a black pen, that little nigga with a rhyme like this. I wasn't thinking to the days of a dope band, new EPs on a compact disc. Nah, shit, truth be told, I ain't know I could sound like this. For me back then, it was
all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream.
And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true. And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true. And this shit right here be the proof dreams